Welcome once again, children. Last week we had a quick revision on the part of speech, part of the topic you discussed in year 4. Now that we're in year 5, we're taking our first topic. Our first topic is singular and plural nouns. Singular and plural nouns. Very easy. Alright, what are our learning objectives today? First of all, you should be able to explain the rules of singular and plural nouns. You will change singular nouns to plural nouns correctly and vice versa, meaning plural nouns to singular. You will answer questions and topics correctly. You will answer questions on the topic correctly, pardon me. Now let us proceed with the lesson. Rule number 1. These are the rules of changing singular to plural nouns. Here we go. Add S to make most nouns plural. Meaning most nouns just need you to add S to them to make them plural. Let's take examples. We have girl. Girl here becomes girls when we add S to it. Tortoise becomes tortoises when we add S to it. Camera becomes cameras when we add S to it. And monkey becomes monkeys. Good. I'm sure you have that in mind. Beautiful. Now let's take rule number 2. Rule number 2 says you add ES to nouns ending in S, Z, CH, X, TCH, O, SS, and SH. So for example, we have dose becomes doses, moss, we add ES becomes mosses, bush becomes bushes, beach becomes beaches, fox becomes foxes, and ditch becomes ditches. Great. So can we move on? Rule number 3. Great. When a noun ends with a consonant and Y, you change Y to I and add ES. Meaning when a noun already ends with a consonant and Y, meaning Y is the letter, but there is a consonant before the letter Y, you change Y to I and then you add ES. Now let's take a look at the examples to make it clearer to you. For instance, we have poppy. Poppy ends with Y. It has a consonant P before it. So we take away the Y, we change it to I, and we add ES. That is why we have poppies, meaning poppy, P-U-P-P-Y becomes poppies, P-U-P-P-I-E-S. Great. So the same rule applies to kitty. Kitty becomes kitties. Daisy becomes daisies. Canary becomes canaries. Bunny becomes bunnies. And guppy becomes guppies. Great. Are you ready? Let's play a game. Beautiful. So let's do a quick recap of these 3 rules we have learned so far. Mind you, we still have other rules progressing, but let's take a quick recap of these 3 rules. First of all, give me the plural of donkey. Give me the plural of donkey. Good. So what is the plural of donkey? Do you have it? Great. Donkey becomes donkeys. Wonderful. How about thief? Thief becomes thieves. Beautiful. We have 2 more. Let's try sky. Sky becomes skies. Wonderful. And finally, how about branch? Branch becomes branches. Fantastic. You are a genius. Now let us move on to rule number 4. Rule number 4 says some nouns end in F and form plurals by changing the F to V and you add ES. Let me take it again. Some nouns already end in F. They form their plurals by changing the F to V and then we add ES. So let's take a look at examples. Let's take leaf. Leaf ends in F. We change the F to V and we add ES to it, as you see here. So leaf becomes leaves. Same thing for loaf, ends with F. We change the F to V and we add ES to it, so we change loaf to loaves. Great. Shelf turns to shelves. Thief turns to thieves. Wolf turns to wolves. Calf turns to calves. Half turns to halves. And sheaf turns to sheaves. Great. Now let us move on. How about we try exceptions to these rules? Exceptions to rule number 4, meaning some nouns cannot, when they already end with F, you cannot change them to VES. So we say chief. The plural of chief is chiefs. You simply add s to it. Same thing for hoof. Hoof becomes hoofs. Handkerchiefs becomes handkerchiefs. Golf rather becomes golfs. Wave becomes waves, and attach, etc. There are several other words like it. So now let's progress to rule number 5. Nouns ending with o form their plurals in two ways: by adding s, and to some we add es. Some nouns already end with o. So how do we make plurals for them? Some of them we add s, some others we add es. So let's take a look at the examples. Take a look at the table before you. For potato, the plural of potato is potatoes. How do you spell it? You add es to potato. So you have P-O-T-A-T-O-E-S. That's potatoes. Same for hero. Hero becomes heroes. Cargo becomes cargoes. Volcano becomes volcanoes. Now let's go to the other column. This time we have piano. Piano, the plural of piano is pianos. How do you spell it? Pianos is spelled P-I-A-N-O-S. Great. You don't add es to it. So the same rule applies to solo. Solo becomes solos. Banjo becomes banjos, and Eskimo becomes Eskimos. Wonderful. Now let's move on to rule number 6. Rule number 6 says that some nouns have the same plural and singular. Some nouns have the same plural and singular. They do not change. The same spelling in singular is the same spelling in plural. So we have one ship, many sheep. One deer, many deer. One salmon, many salmon. Great. Now let's go to rule number 7. Some nouns are formed by changing a vowel or adding en. Meaning some nouns are formed by changing the vowels within them, or we add en. So some examples are here. Foot. We change the oo in foot and make it ee. Becomes fit. So the plural of foot is feet. The plural of goose, we change the oo in goose and it becomes geese. Alright, so we change oo to ee, it becomes geese. How about ox? Ox, we change the we add en to ox rather, and it becomes oxen. Man, we remove the a and we change it to e, so it becomes men. The same thing applies to women. Beautiful. Alright, now let's move on to rule number 8. Rule number 8. Some nouns have no singular form, meaning they are the way they are. They don't have singular form. They already exist in the plural form. And these are examples. We have scissors, we have braces, we have trousers, we have shorts, we have spectacles, we have pliers, and there are several other examples. You just need to get familiar with these words. So these are the 8 rules to making singular nouns plural. Meanwhile, I would like you to visit the link on this website, try your hands on the exercises, practice them. You will get immediate feedback, have fun, and get ready for another lesson next week. Goodbye for now.